Hello, I am back. I know it's been a while. I don't want to make a real long video. Like everybody else, I'm pretty busy, but I just wanted to be real for a minute. Um, you know, I think I have made a video before and kind of explained the situation that I'm in as far as my lifelong struggle with obesity, and I am quite large. I was once at 398.6 pounds, so I was just shy of 400 pounds at one time. I've not been that large in several years. I lost 180 pounds on low carb eating back in 2018 and part of 2019. Did not deal with the emotional aspect of my eating. Was not willing to give up sugar for the rest of my life, or bread or pasta. And so I thought, okay, I'm going to transition back into using these things. Well, I regained 100 pounds in that process. And so last year in January, I decided to go low carb again and try to get some weight off, and then I was going to join Weight Watchers. Well, I did the low carb, and I got from like 330 pounds down to 270 pounds by the beginning of June last year. And I had decided, okay, well, I am going to try to maintain some of the weight loss and then continue to lose by just having a cheat meal every once in a while, just on special occasions, Mother's Day, birthday, anniversary, that sort of thing. And it completely blew up in my face. And that is not because I continued to eat badly afterward. It is actually just because of basically, if you're in ketosis, where you have all the extra fluid and inflammation off of your body, if you eat carbs, it's going to throw all kinds of inflammation onto your body, and your body is going to hold on to a lot of fluid because of the glucose that goes into your bloodstream and into your body. So I would kick up, 10 to 15 pounds every time that I had a meal where I ate carbs. And that, of course, takes time to get back off, and it would take 3 to 4 weeks before I would get back down to the 270 mark on the scale. And, essentially, it gets frustrating when you're trying to lose weight, and yet you can't ever get the scale to go back below a certain amount. Even having, one cheat meal every 4 to 6 weeks was completely messing with me mentally, and it really messed with my motivation. And I don't have a problem with discipline, but, if I'm going to do what I feel is causing myself to miss out on something, then I want to see results. I want to see, hey, this is worth it for me. I was not getting that. So I was able, to maintain the 270 weight until the end of October. Had an anniversary in October. We went on vacation at the end of August. Just different things, were happening. And I, maintained, even though I was, really trying the low carb thing. So then I decided, okay, well, I'm going to try just sticking to low carb, not going off for the holidays. I'm going to stick to my 25 total carbs for all of November, all of December, and see what happens. So, that's essentially what I did. But I also told myself, okay, well, if I'm not going to get to eat these things that I love at the holidays, then I am not going to watch the caloric intake as well. I'm not going to keep my calories, between, 1,200 and 1,800 calories a day. So I just said, okay, I'm just going to watch the carbs. I've watched a lot of videos. I do like you guys do. I watch a lot of videos. A lot of the doctors that say, well, you don't have to count calories. Just stop eating when you're satisfied. And so that's what I did. And, being a food addict, that is not a good plan. It is not something that works well for people who are addicted to food, as I am. So I gained quite a bit of weight, even though I stuck very strictly to low carb. Between, I think it was like the 20th of October and today. So it's been maybe 3 months, and I have regained 60 pounds. And that includes the water weight that I had gained. Did I know I was doing it to myself? Yes, I did. So, a lot of these doctors who say, well, you don't have to count calories, I do. I searched, I'm like everybody else who goes to YouTube or, anywhere else and looks for videos from people, where they, are telling how they lost the weight or how they're losing or what's working for them. And, I can't find anybody who is actually telling what's going on during the process. It's people who have been successful at losing who then jump on and say, hey, this is what I did. And this is how, I'm kind of maintaining. Or it's people who are a lot smaller than me. I have found a few YouTubers who, are younger than me. I'm 45. I just turned 45. I'm seeing all these girls who are in their 20s, early 30s who, are maybe 50 pounds overweight or so, or 70 pounds, and say, okay, well, I'm trying to do this. And, they are, it's just their circumstances are different from mine. And I'm not finding any help. Here I am, I'm middle-aged, I'm 45. I have, 160, 175 pounds to lose. I have a lot of weight to lose just to get to where I'm healthy. And I don't even want to be skinny. I just want to be healthy. So here I am. I am owning what has happened. For me, the not counting calories while doing low carb thing completely blew up in my face. The possibility of eating low carb and then, having a cheat meal every once in a while blew up in my face. I have learned during that process, doing that for almost 5 months, I was stuck at 270. I could not get below that. I was teetering between, 270 and 285, depending on, what I ate, what kind of carbs that I ate during my cheat meal. So I've learned that, maybe as maintenance, that would be okay to eat low carb and then just occasionally have a carby meal. That might be fine for maintenance, and that's probably what I would have to do. Because I know for sure that if I just go completely off low carb, that it's not going to work out well. I'm going to regain weight. I am a true food addict. And, I like to have a big meal, and I don't eat, plates and plates of food. I just eat too much. And, I don't even eat as much as my husband does. And my husband weighs, like 175, 180 pounds. It's just that I eat too much for me and for my body and for my metabolism and for my age. So here I am. I am restarting again. I think it's like January 24th, January 25th. Not even sure what day it is. But I'm restarting and I'm getting ready to weigh myself so that I have a good point of reference for where to go from here. So the reason that I'm doing this, I need the I need the, I can't even think of the word, accountability. I need the accountability. I need, I need, to know that, I have someone to be accountable to other than myself. Because that motivates me. And I actually have been doing Weight Watchers. I actually tried to do Weight Watchers during November and December and kind of up to this point. I saw one of those ads where they were like saying, okay, you get 2 months free, if you sign up for 6 months. So I'm still paying for Weight Watchers, but it completely did not work for me. Their new personal points program for me is a total sham. You give somebody too many free foods, you tell somebody who's addicted to food, hey, this is free food, you don't have to count it. Yeah, that does not work out well. I did well on Weight Watchers years ago when it was just personal points. That was a good program for food addicts, but having all of these free foods, I can see where it is good for people who are just trying to make better choices, who don't have as large of amount of weight to lose, want the variety, people who don't need the accountability. I can see how that works, but the only way that would have worked for me was if we had in-person weigh-ins, which we don't because of COVID. So, I'm going back on low carb. I'm not going off. I'm not going to celebrate, have cheat meals, for, Mother's Day, birthdays, anniversaries, stuff like that. I'm not going to do it. It's just not something that is viable for me. If I'm going to lose the weight, then I'm just going to have to basically stick to low carb until I hit my goal and, not be trying to cheat the system. I also learned that I cannot use the low carb keto products, like the keto bread and stuff like that. Grains are inflammatory. Grains are not good for you, and basically these are companies that are just trying to make money. They don't care about our health. They care about their bottom line. So I'm just getting ready to weigh real quick, and I'm just holding myself accountable for what has happened thus far, what I have allowed to happen. I watched myself gain all that weight. I'm not happy about it, but I kept kind of struggling, trying different things, trying to find something that worked for me. And at this point in my life, it's just going to be, holding myself accountable. Finding a way to hold myself accountable to where where it's a motivation for me. My husband, he said, well, you can weigh and I'll hold you accountable. Well, apparently, I know my husband loves me regardless of what size I am. So that was not motivation for me. It's something that you kind of have to find within yourself and find what actually motivates you. And, I just look forward to the accomplishment each week and having people sharing that accomplishment with me. That's what motivates me, beyond wanting to be healthy and, feeling better, because honestly, I feel like crap. So, I'm getting ready to weigh. Like I said, I know I've gained a lot of weight. But I'm doing this for the accountability. I'm sharing it on YouTube, on my channel, for the accountability. So that, maybe I can help somebody else who's also struggling, or you can help me. Give me some tips, things that are helping for you if you're kind of in the same situation. We have a community of people who are all struggling and all dealing with things. And, if we can help each other, that's what we need to do. It's just part of being a good resident of the planet, trying to help your fellow man. So, I'm hoping that as I'm going through this, that I might be able to kind of feel a niche in the internet where people, are saying, hey, there's somebody who's like me, middle-aged and way too big, need to lose a lot of weight, and they're actually struggling through it, and you're going to see what happens before I hit my weight, and then, pop back on and say, hey, this is how I did it. It's a struggle, and you need to know that. You need to go into that prepared. So here we go. I am going to step on the scale here. And no, I don't do all the editing and stuff a lot of people do, so you just got to deal with my situation here. So here we go. So I'm 341 pounds from 270 just a few months ago. Yeah, that's not good. So there we go. So there's my accountability. That's where I'm starting today. Like I said, I think it's the 23rd, 24th, 25th, something like that. Anyway, it's like the end of January. I started really hard on the Weight Watchers thing beginning of January. And the funny thing is, while I was doing Weight Watchers, I was also trying to stay low carb. So, it just didn't work. So, anyway, so here I am. So there I am, 341 pounds. I'm going to try to get below 275 by June the end of June, maybe beginning of July. I'm going to try to hit below 270. That's kind of where I'm going back for. It took me 3-4 months to gain it. So maybe I can get that and the inflammation back off, by the beginning of June, end of June maybe. So there we are. Comment below, if you're kind of dealing with the same thing, let me know. If you have questions, if you want, to let me know your experience, just whatever you feel like sharing, because like I said, we're all in this together, and if we can help each other, that's what we need to do. So I hope that you're all doing well. I hope that we can encourage each other, that we can celebrate together. So Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you had a great holiday, that you're staying healthy and well, and I will see you next time. Bye.